Hi, I'm Rodrigues. I am a life and business coach, and I help people to become more productive and find their mission and purpose in life. And I'm very happy in this video to be introducing you to Art of Living Foundation, who are an educational and humanitarian organisation. They run stress management programs and courses for personal development, and I've derived a huge amount of benefit from their courses over the years, and I'm going to give you bit of background introduction and also teach you a particular breathing exercise which you can use to energize yourself as you go about a day. And once you learn it, you can go and use it as a practical takeaway. So Art of Living Foundation, they are one of the world's largest volunteer organisations. They're a non-governmental organisation, so NGO, a registered charity, and their courses have been taught to millions of people across over 150 different countries. They were set up 30 years ago by Sri Ravi Shankar. He is a world-renowned humanitarian and peace leader. He has a vision of a stress-free, violence-free society, which is held by a wider vision of world peace. Millions of people have experienced, a profound, and I can include myself in this, a profound sense of inner peace, well-being and happiness as a result of doing the courses. So let me explain a bit about the mind. Obviously the mind has a tendency to create stress, and I'm going to give you 4 examples of how that happens. Number 1, the monkey mind. Many of you are aware that now, with mindfulness, that the mind will often like to focus on the past and focus on the future rather than living and being fully present, 100% present in the in the now. So that can be often a creator of stress. There can be a lot of anxiety when we think about the regret in the past or worry about what's coming up in the future. Another tendency of the mind is that it has a tendency to agree or disagree with information that it receives. Nothing wrong with that. But what it does is it has a tendency to create a level of constant chattering. And I think, most people I meet are familiar with the idea that we have these busy minds, apparently over 60,000 thoughts a day. And when we're agreeing and disagreeing on everything that we're receiving, it can just tire out our mind and also even our body. Number 3, the mind has a tendency to cling on to the negative. Let's say, for example, we receive some feedback on I don't know, presentation, for example, and there are 10 pieces of feedback, 9 of them are positive, and 1 is a negative thing that we can work on. The mind will have a tendency to cling on to that negative piece of feedback and put less focus and less prominence on the other 9 positive things that have been shared. I'm sure you can probably relate to that. Number 4, the mind has a tendency, similar to the last point, it will doubt the positive that we receive. So when we receive a lovely piece of information, a lovely compliment, we can often go into a sense of doubt rather than just embracing it, enjoying it and feeling happy about it. So all of these tendencies of the mind can create stress. Now, can we solve these problems that are created at the level of the mind, at the level of the mind? Well, let's try it out and see how that works. Close your eyes for a moment and just imagine, well, actually don't imagine. What I don't want you to do is think of a pink banana. Do not think of a pink banana. Absolutely not allowed right now. No pink banana. Okay, now open your eyes. Chances are you thought of a pink banana, or at least you had a sense of a pink banana in front of you. And so it gives us this sense of problems of the mind and not necessarily solved at the level of the mind. The secret lies in the breath. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, there's a great amount of power and value in the breath. For example, when we're born, the first thing we do is we breathe in. We take a breath in. The last thing we do in life is we take a breath out. There's a huge amount of toxins that get released through the breath. 85% of all the toxins that can get released from the body get released from the breath. Our lung capacity is only used on average 35%. Using the breath more, learning how to get more control over the breath, we can actually get some real physical benefits. But also, when you think about the level of emotion, there's always a corresponding breath to any emotion that we have. So for example, when we feel angry, the breath will typically be sharp, or it will be faster. When we feel sad, what do? We sigh. The breath slows down. So when we learn how to take more control of the breath and use some exercises to actually have an impact on our breath, that actually has a knock-on effect on our state of mind. So let me give you a practical example of this. I'm going to teach you a breathing exercise that's known as Bastrika, also known as bellows breath. So this is, as I mentioned before, it's something that you can use to energize yourself, and it's typically good for, say for example, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you get an energy lull. You might feel like a cup of coffee, a can of Coke, or a chocolate bar. Well, this is a really healthy alternative that will actually give you a boost of energy that's much more, makes you more sustainable and sharpens up the mind potentially as well. So I'm going to show you how it works, and then I'll talk you through it, and then we'll do it together. So I'm just going to show you. I'm putting my fist like this, and I'm going to breathe in and out. So I'm going to close my eyes just to show you. Okay, so what I did there is I had my fists loosely clenched by my side. I took a breath in through my nose and out through my nose, and as I took the breath in, I raised my hands straight up in the air, and my hands are now open. As I breathe out, I clench my fist back down, and I bring my arms just gently squeezing my ribs. So we breathe in, we breathe out, we lift the hands straight up. When you're sitting down, your back is nice and straight, your posture is erect, and you're comfortable. You can do this sat on a chair. So let's do that together. You can open your eyes while I'm just demonstrating, and after a while I'll get you to close your eyes so you can feel more of the benefits and the effects. So sitting up straight on a chair, maybe to the edge of the chair, you put your hands loosely in a fist by your sides, and as you breathe in, I'll talk the in and out bit. You'll breathe in through your nose and out through the nose, and you'll open your hands out. So getting ready to breathe in forcefully and out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Close your eyes and keep going. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And relax your hands on your lap. Palms can be facing up. And just keep your eyes closed for a moment. And just bring your awareness into the sensations in your body. You might just be aware of your breath, but without needing to change it in any way. Just be with whatever is going on in your body right now. Okay, now getting ready to do another round. So keeping your eyes closed, bringing your fists again loosely clenched by your side. The hands will open as you breathe in. Getting ready to breathe in, out, 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 in, out. And relax your hands back on your lap. And again, just having your awareness in your body, feeling the energy. I'm just going to let you just sit for a while in this state. And then slowly and gently you can open your eyes. So you may be feeling different, different people will have different feelings when they do that for the first time. You may feel very energized and really feeling the people call it the prana in the yogic tradition, or in Tai Chi they call it the chi. This is really giving your energy levels a boost. Some people will feel a bit lightheaded, or they might feel a bit tired after doing that. That's because it's a natural thing in the early stages of using this technique, that it might be bringing up some tiredness that's actually in your body. And the more you do the technique, the more it will have an energizing effect. So that will be an experience of also just having a sense now of your state of mind. And through having done that process, it has an effect on the mind. So that was an introduction to some of the principles around what the Art of Living teaches. On their Part 1 course, which is known as the Happiness Program, they teach a particular breathing exercise called Sudarshan Kriya, which is a very powerful way to really use these principles of oxygenating the blood cells and so on. My own experience of having learned Sudarshan Kriya, and I do it regularly now, is it's really boosted my energy levels. I had a lot of issues in the past with fatigue. It's really helped me to make continued progress on having lots of energy during an average day, and also very importantly the state of my mind. When I'm coaching, for example, I really need to be able to listen and really be focused on what I'm hearing, and also when I'm creating content and so on, being able to be very able to focus narrowly and with a laser sharp focus, but also blending that with this idea of when you get effortless inspiration and ideas just come through you. There's very much the experience of when people are creative, they say, oh, that just came through me. And certainly having done the Sudarshan Kriya regularly, it's just given me really an ability to also meditate easier and increase my intuition and so on. So I've felt a lot of these benefits of a clear mind. Okay, so just to give you a little bit more information about the course, it runs regularly. There are courses all over London and further afield on a regular basis. They typically are spread over 5 days, so you don't need to take any time off work. There'll be Thursday evening, Friday evening, Monday evening, and also on the daytimes of Saturday and Sunday. The course cost is £300 for the whole 5 days, and there are typically early bird discounts, which makes it £250. There are concessions available. The next course, if you're seeing this video after it's just been recorded, which is in March 2014, there are courses in Great Portland Street in March and also in May. The actual dates are 13th to 17th of March and the 1st to 5th of May. Go to artofliving.org for more information and you can register your place. And that is all I think I need to share with you today. Hopefully it's been useful. Enjoy the Bastrika, and yeah, just email me at carl@peacethroughaction.com if you have any questions. Good luck. Have a great day. Bye.